Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo. NDC for request is BVD machines ni bi ayera. Because machines ni na comes with serial numbers. Yeah. It is supposed to be a film dia. Sesi ani e wo ho no. Yen take the serial numbers. Say na be say old one na yes say the before bi be wurem a. Na cha say yenim say obi dia ba be wurem. The electoral commission say some for serial numbers now are risky because one serial numbers no one this is activate as the baby and one more so activation your more electoral commission and the NDC argument ni say confirm na ba we machine serial numbers ni na and the name concern na ye na yes ye di we mu so na what about confirm so ko activate here so when enko.
Yeah, Alaska, I think that is very, very important. Various stakeholders, you know, get actively involved in the electoral process. And said yeah, ACCO because there be a cultural elections, and as an election anywhere, any event is a process. And it's a process in the start, and no one gets actively involved. There is nothing that you can do. Issues here are back and forth between the NDC and the Electoral Commission, you know, about down issue of trust.
That's right.
Because you see, referee role who play no Alaska must engender some level of trust. Not even for the NDC alone, but for all the political parties. Because as a referee, because my country is going into the 2024 elections, the stakes are quite high. Because there are other independent candidates that said you almost come hoping somebody to take you over. So we have alliance within the company near Moya. So you see, there are a lot of people Amoya don't be piano. The stakes are quite high, especially if we have Ghana. Baby agency is here. There are a lot of young people who are agitated because of the rising unemployment crisis. And as a result, you know, a man for pay huge sums of money. Say, let's go my team and even foreign companies, Krano, every grounds on your fertile for them. And they are moving away. Exactly. And all of them are citing economic reasons. Legacy Libya. Because the economic environment today is so hostile to foreign businesses. Because some companies in our corner almost taxes are also and then the CD dollar fluctuations in our also no business in this country no longer viable. And you see growing up I never quite a minimum left him because I'm an abinumbi. Left him plant at Chrome Hatcho, Unilever, your friends a company Ghana Limited. I've worked with them. And okay. And Omuti plant, you know, they see you move away from Ghana to Nigeria because economic environment, you know, in favor more. I know the day number of young people who here at the tea plant are going to lose their job.
And they can't go with them.
You can't go with them. So you release your and partner amount in the amount. Nivea, I say in cool products in our back room because me tell my tongue cool pen.
Really?
Oh yes, Alaska. A product are very expensive for you. I'm also fair department pay Numa. Now no global thereby. What is Societe General Bank Air Corp and there are several other big pen. I don't know you rely over the years, biggie over the years almost supply pen and as for
dark and lovely.
And several other big game crowd or more corner area. Alaska, yes, game dear no. TV ya ton be a bear 2 ya ton be a bear 5,000, you know. They were selling 1,500 because they wanted to exit in a very aggressive fashion because I must say business environment in a very hostile. So Alaska, this is the situation. So may highlight all these things just to give you a point to say going into 2024 election, you know, there are a number of things that are at stake, are very crucial. So we electoral commissioner, you don't do anything that will endanger the prospect of future elections. You need to ensure, say, or posture no posture, no, will engender trust and public confidence. And the Obia go into election now, or go with a hot sort of electoral commission there in the Juma, the economy lose or lose. But you're going to election, that's how we say BVD machines, IRA, Yababeria. with the serial numbers in Nasafona. What is the assurance that what they mad these stakeholders? And stakeholders no. What assurances have you given them? I'm almost on what say. Some machines in a month for during election day, no. Obi to me activity. Now I'm found conquer the fufro. Alaska, it's a matter of giving them that assurance. Somebody will clear any doubt on the minds of these stakeholders. And this answer no, is not just for the NDC, but for other people as well. Because there are a lot of stakeholders. Even here in China, we are stakeholders because we are monitoring the elections. So you don't do things. But you see, Electoral Commission not accommodate a lot of things. One shot. On the election results, election results and be fair, be free, be independent, be accurate, but people will not accept it because event proud no, casted doubt our more credibility and more neutrality, and the fact is that they are ready to work as a neutral body for in the electoral process for people. We just because you can't elections are. It is not about the Electoral Commission sitting somewhere and thinking, say, we are conducting free and fair elections. So no. It must include doing free and fair elections, you know, to getting the people to accept.
That's right.
And completing the process.
And also one aspect.
One aspect. And if people will accept the election results, credibility is key. But the Electoral Commission assume a certain defensive posture. Seeking say you protect it. Some interest to be because going into 2024 elections over here. Abraham Oko printing papers in we no.
And 2020 elections.
2020 elections or my printing voting materials in a we no. Ya pounds obia nko fie no. You say one person went back to the place on ko no. Now Omasa say print extra papers. You be so almost say you be going to runoff.
Now roundoff no so all the aspirants now are going to major elections.
And I wonder why that issue was not even highlighted. I'm here at the cashier. So Alaska, maybe a more who say electoral misunderstanding in Africa, Hano. They say are turning a lot of places into a graveyard. Sudan, Al-Shabaab, winning as a forum. Whenever there is a shake in the political establishment, now some doubt being as for ebata and they give rise to some of these terrorist groups in as for no. Because when people think say their system is so much say or not ready to be fair, we can't fight it, and the only way is say adopted this asymmetric form of resistance. When fight that guerrilla kind of way, no.
That's right.
What one about po no no. Or no face to face abekuno, but all appear. And the coffers are never waiting at the banner. And the Biameka, a man for Free Ghana is a decent democratic country. The air cocos or other country been to Mensah. Trust me, Alaska. They were once decent just like us.
Exactly.
Because some of the rebels, I'm telling you, somewhere doctors, I don't know classroom air research. Somewhere prominent chiefs. And now a rebel, prominent chief or dear Konyo, or Timuram a rebel. It takes a lot to throw everything away and take down that cloth there, Mayor Rebel. It takes a lot to what is that? It is it is out of fun. And no be so to Timuram or a rebel. Alaska, when you are robbed of everything and you think there is no way out, wait me system no and nobody in the year, you adopt those things become convenient way of fighting the system. We don't need to get there. And the Electoral Commission in now unconvincing various stakeholders and actors no say we are committed to giving you free, fair and transparent elections. Or doubt or Brian or Juma say met the stele and your Electoral Commission Juma say only actors and stakeholders and what the answer you distilled out, make sure that you sustain public trust, credibility and that integrity, no. Sabaya with the election outcome naba nipa beje. But the woman appeared say, I don't know whether or you want to please people who appointed her, said you, because see, I see some kind of belligerent posture be on her part since day one. I said chin before we are a miana maka, we are na what country I mean. But this is a sensitive state institution. On my no that in also. And again, so we resist against elections or every right to do so. Do you know why? recent actions by the president are appointing known people within the MPP into the Electoral Commission. Dr. Apia Jaya Kanasama IT Director Apia Hini.
Dr. Mamudu Bamia Kwani Towi Okamu.
EC Director no can Bamia Alaska. So this is how far. This is how far. And I'm catching us. We are president. Now we know we are mamboya for. Alaska. So we are president. Now we know we are mamboya for. Obia why want you so about mania. I am not sure, say a person with a known partisan ties. I yes or munim no. What's on radio? So a political, your father saying communication and answer for a political party. What's in the Electoral Commission? So you need to be on mamboya for to do that particular thing. Because you know how sensitive the Electoral Commission is. You know how trust and misunderstanding.
So is it? That's right. I don't know how no.
Yes, you don't do this thing. So we are now hope is a man for the trust the Electoral Commissioner. You can get it. And I am telling you, sir, going into 2024 elections, you know, Ghanaians are willing to do everything to ensure, sir, the will of the people will prevail, not the will of anybody.
Say that again.
Ghanaians are willing to do everything to ensure that the collective will of the people will be projected by the Electoral Commission. Not the will of and the president the and I said they will be paid. And now what the system thinks they want to maintain.
That's right.
So any attempt to be able to subvert the legitimate will of this of the people of this country now can give rise to Nema. And for the first time I have seen it. Because when you get out there, you see the desperation. You see the readiness. You see Ghanaians who are throwing their hands in air. You see Ghanaians who are selling their properties. Move away. This is their motherland. For people to give up everything, Alaska, sell their home and give Sika Obenya for a connection man, so on your connection man own two free in the group no. No. Alaska, it means a lot. So you might, these are people who are desperate. And say a woman, there are a lot of people who join that womb to ensure say justice will prevail.
That's right.
And then we are president, now one person of mine be good tiriswa. You do everything you can to ensure say because an American you see going into 2024 elections in Alaska. It is possible but Umia can win. What are some American? Okay. It is possible because election are come. But the system must not be seen say he has skill towards say or yet the obey beer to ensure that he wins. Taking cognizance of the current economic turbulence in the situation Ghana needs home, I'm for hoping to get out, you know. The wisest thing to do to ensure say there will be transparent, free, fair elections. Anything be to muzzle our way out because there will be resistance. And that resistance will give rise to and near my own person. Yes, whole lot of things. Because I'm not sure say what happened in 2016 will happen again. 2020 will happen again.
That's right.
Said there will be glaring infractions. There will be glaring kind of Niamabia enkoye some your friend saying Niamabia okay kansiswa ensisu ye. Now we be can now people will say for the sake of peace, you know, Alaska that peace, you know, I tell you, me catchera man for say peace built on injustice is war in postponement. Yes.
Peace built
on injustice, you know, and you want what postponing.
What was it?
Oh yes, and eventually you get there.
Wow.
So you don't do things to muzzle your way. Say, you know, I have incumbency advantage. I have the Electoral Commission on my side. I have the military because Yahoo in the past, you called 2020 elections.
Yes, that's right.
We saw the role of the military. We saw the role of the national security. We live in a country where these sensitive state institutions feel part of the government, and they do everything that they can to ensure that the abiding the Opebia will go through. It doesn't make sense. And as a result, you know, we have succeeded in enlisting idiots, goons, societal misfits, and so forth in the name of national security into our sensitive state institutions. Omukoma, allegiance isn't to the flag. Allegiance isn't to the state. Allegiance isn't to the constitution or to the people of this country, but the allegiance is the puppet person, the puppet grandmaster who engineered their recruitment and enlistment into a bar. Agenda near one. A bind must go through. Master say come, you come. And so you cry, you come. Is the reason why I caught a chima in a broad day. So the near emu, bo, and crown cratu. Oh, our Macaja said, now crown on to a board. Now we board dama. More dama, so the near will go through psychological evaluation. So the near will go through training, get training a professional. So will be to wabo why the 20 years, more dama. In some way, you can't if I who dear ever set up commission with clear people. You will be our friend saying, Kaka.
That's right.
Sabo in the new one, I am Cassia. Oh, Nipa, yes, side of Obiako for free. This is the state I had to bend. So, Alaska, you can use the electoral commission, use this state institution, and I make us say, Ghana soldier for Mondo saying, police for Mondo saying, and some of them are very intelligent, are very sensible, say. So abandon yard the bonia because they have family members. So
that's right.
They are part of this society. Niamana Kosuno, this will be only Mensah. They feel the pinch because go to your first military barracks and so forth. Kokohe Abraba boys in as for a woman. Wow. Okwa omoda cubicle to say omo secondary school. Yes. Resources and infrastructure quite now available. So they go through the same problem that you go through, Nubi. So you think you can rely on them, but because they have enlisted some of these people who are on the street, you know, now with a particular agenda, no, you think you can rely on these people to deliver electoral success to you. You are sleeping. Alaska, you need to wake up from your slumber because me say Ghana will do everything to ensure say election will be free and fair. Election, you know, the collective will of the people will prevail. Because first in Ghana for Adao, but to say people are very vigilant. Right. So we have trends in the social media there, it gives you an indication say the average and the ordinary Ghanaian is now politically active. I'm not say Obi is sexually active, you know, and Ghanaians are politically active. They are following the discourse, and it will shock you to know and young ladies, young girls, and have taken keen interest in issues of politics. Obi Fero no discuss politics. But if you flip the clock back to 10 years ago, hardly never was a young lady. What did 24, 25 become politics as and fun? It's how active Ghanaians are becoming, and they are becoming very conscious. So the electoral process in as for first yet me bubu your way out of near fire hood, you know, Alaska. Near master. So you must do and do things right and make sure say the papa na office we are. Let Niamana we and show na Ghana for uncle to Abamount. By Nawa Green say over faculty kwan so you electoral commission and as for we are election that is never going to happen. Because the Hubi in the sub-region Africa has said they are also recently or mine way so I'm to about every prison bear winning election.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good. Abane ye the obey to the extent say candidates now obia nim say or going to election they disqualify. But the collective will of the people, despite everything prevail, the government attempted to postpone the election to December, but pressure on him no for so many the election about back. Yet you know candidates now are prepared and as for obi the through 2 weeks pre-prison by when election.
Only something no can say president now wabano. Yes, I'm international restaurant and for president in Imra. You
can run out, yes.
I feel I'm funny make Gina Miran. Yes, Chrono. Miama, Mirinuma, Nimbrada Danom, just say, you're confana about Gina. And
Alaska, Debia may come and say from 2024, Kokruma Bede.
2025.
Oh, yeah, 2025. Because you see, Ghana will not tolerate. Niama Akoso Ayakan, by me, Baby President, like I say, Minianum, Professor Mensah, the Nubi. Ye Yankopon Fanti Mombakana say Yankopon and Manti Yamfancha. Alaska Sanse Mununo Madam Sanse Mununo Yam so among and nay. Considering high levels of corruption in Yama Akoso under this regime, deliberately how people are amassing wealth to themselves, scholarship Aya Abusia Bonanza na Yeche, contract family Bonanza. O manya japade ya wele to ya ho yakobobusia o manya no kobobusia na busiafo afa contract ade enuanom ejeje ho cut. Alaska, this is heinous crime against the people of this country. Right. So we will not go sleep. Make sure say abayba you will do everything to ensure say people will answer for their crimes. Anya say kroma ye asase we ye nkoso
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.